Hey there. So today I wanted to share a few thoughts about mindfulness. And mindfulness is the practice of bringing your attention or focus on the present moment and what's going on around you. And there are three sort of main elements to mindfulness that it promotes. The first one is awareness. So being consciously aware of what is happening now, noticing your thoughts, your feelings, and your behavior. The second element is that it is non-judgmental. We can observe our thoughts and feelings, and we don't have to label them as good or bad. Often in society we do that quite a lot, don't we? Oh, I feel sad, therefore that's a bad emotion. They're not good or bad. They are just feelings or emotions. And then the third element is acceptance, letting yourself feel however you feel without the need or the urge to resist that. And once we learn to be able to accept how we feel, we can then choose a different feeling or a different thought. And that is all within our power to do. Practicing mindfulness helps you to connect with yourself on a deeper level. But physically, it can also help to reduce stress and enhances your own emotional well-being. And then on a deeper level still, it can people often start to explore how and why we exist. But when I'm working with a client, sometimes they are sharing some quite deep emotions and quite serious experiences, and it can almost feel like they are out of control. But once we start implementing some of these mindfulness techniques, that feeling of being out of control diminishes because mindfulness acts like an anchor. It helps to ground you in the present moment and in the place where you are. So it provides a sense of safety as well, which is so important in the processing of traumatic experiences. Because when you feel safe, you are better able then to regulate your emotions and you can respond to them more thoughtfully and more calmly. It also helps to break negative thought patterns because when we observe our thoughts without judgment, we can change them. It helps to reduce stress and anxiety. It can be difficult to talk about your experiences, and our bodies will respond automatically. You might find yourself suddenly tense up, but practicing mindfulness helps to reduce that stress because it helps to calm the nervous system down. And then it also helps to build coping skills. I speak to people who have tried to numb the pain by, overeating or over drinking or smoking too much or using drugs. I've even spoken to people who have stayed up all night playing video games because they don't want to go to sleep. They might be scared to go to sleep. And so they're over time, what they've done is they've actually trained their body to do those things, which in the long term aren't healthy. So mindfulness helps to build healthier coping skills like being able to ask for help when you need it, and also to help build resilience so that you can cope with the stresses and strains of life in better, more healthier ways. And I use it with clients because it helps them to find clarity. It gives them a sense of calm. It helps them to heal, which then helps them to move forward. I used it when I was processing my trauma, and it's something that I continue to do. And I want the same for you. So I know I can help. So if this resonates, or if you have any questions, my DMs are open, and I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, take care. Bye.